Here's a description of what the view is like while skiing at the summit at Snoqualmie in Washington, one of the closest ski areas to Seattle with varied terrain and scenic mountain landscapes. Panorama of the Cascades. As you ski, especially along the higher lifts and ridgelines, you're surrounded by the Cascade Range's rugged peaks and forested slopes. On clear days, you can see sweeping mountain ridges and distant summits stretching in both directions along the range, snow-covered in winter and often dramatically outlined against blue skies. Ski runs and terrain views. Summit West and Central. These areas offer broad, open-groomed runs with views down toward the Snoqualmie Pass Valley below, giving you a sense of space and the mountain's scale. Alpental. From lifts like Edelweiss and other Alpental chairs, the vista gets steeper and more dramatic, overlooking deep bowls, cliff bands, and forested chutes, a favorite among advanced skiers for big, scenic lines and expert terrain. Summit East and Nordic trails. These areas mix open slopes with glades, where tall evergreens frame your view, offering a more intimate, wooded mountain feel. Mountain Pass context. The resort sits at Snoqualmie Pass along I-90, so the top elevations show wide with the panoramic surroundings of the pass and the national forest landscape rolling out below, with peaks like Denny Mountain and rugged Cascade summits visible around you. Light and atmosphere. In early morning light or at sunset, the snow can take on a warm glow, and on clear days, you'll often see sharp contrasts of snow and shadow on the distant ridges. Night skiing, offered across much of the terrain, adds its own atmospheric view, with groomed runs lit against the dark sky and mountain outlines. Summary: skiing at the summit at Snoqualmie gives you a mixture of open alpine panoramas, forest-lined slopes, and in places near the ridgetops, breathtaking views across the Cascade Mountains and Snoqualmie Pass Valley, all within about an hour's drive from the Seattle area. If you want, I can also describe viewpoints from specific lifts or trails. Skiing at the summit at Snoqualmie feels like stepping into a classic Pacific Northwest winter postcard. As you glide down the slopes, the view opens up to rolling mountain ridges of the Cascade Range, blanketed in fresh snow and framed by towering evergreen trees. The air is crisp and clean, and from higher elevations you can look out over Snoqualmie Pass, where the landscape stretches wide and peaceful, far beyond the busy highway below. Each area of the resort offers its own visual charm. The open runs at Summit West and Central give you broad views of the surrounding mountains, making every turn feel expansive and free. In contrast, the forested trails create a cozy storybook atmosphere, with snow-laden branches lining your path and soft powder beneath